I also represent the BBC into the DPP. So the DPP, if you don't know, is a membership-based organisation. It's a business change organisation. It tries to do three things. It tries to gather industry insight collectively. It tries to identify what the changes are coming and how do you prepare for those. And fundamentally, it tries to help businesses grow their opportunities, to look at where are the challenges and opportunities that are going to come.
We can often lose sight of who we serve, and that's the content makers and those who provide us with the funding, the chief operating officers and finance directors who help enable the things that we want to do as an industry. And forums like the DPP are central to helping bring together those content makers, technology vendors and service providers. So we really need to take advantage of that, use the DPP and other institutions like it to understand what is coming along and how do we prepare for that.
Two things have struck me about this conversation in recent times. One is that as individuals, how can you bring an economy of scale when you're having that discussion? You know, if you're comparing what we're doing now, the cost for now, versus a capability which might carry some risk, but might open up some opportunities, it's very difficult if you're just having the binary conversation about what do I as the BBC do, or what do I as production company X do. What's been really interesting, and I'll bang the drum about the DPP because I'm repping the DPP today, is when we've talked to small to medium-sized production companies, when we talk to post houses, we've seen a change in some of the business models. So lots of service providers are bundling up not only their service layer, offering you edit capability or grading capability, but also offering back-to-back technical capability. So dealing with the connectivity issue for you, dealing with the fact that they might offload some of the content onto the cloud. By doing that, they can then serve multiple customers. So they are building in economies of scale by bringing together lots of vendors and suppliers and fronting that out into the content making community. And I think that's really interesting, the developments that are happening there. I think alongside that, we also have to have one eye on the opportunity of the future. And then again, you know, my colleague Peter, who's in the audience now, but talked earlier about object-based broadcasting and the work he's doing through Ames and Anwar. That's really important. So where do we think the differences are going to come which make software-defined developments and internet-enabled developments interesting for content makers? And I think some of the work that we are, you know, the experience that we all collectively bring around understanding what is happening with content is going to help separate us from the Amazons and the Googles and others. You know, there's stats from Cisco, from Ericsson, from Cass Business School and Imagine, all purporting that between 2019 and 2021, almost 70, 80, 90% of all consumer internet traffic will be video. Mm. If that manifests, I mean, the exact number doesn't actually matter. If that's the trend, then that's a great time to be in media. If you are involved in making, shaping, moving content, this is win-win. And what we have to figure out is what's going to be the thing that keeps us in the game.